Today, I'm joined by Ricardo Gonzalez, Applications Programmer at UC Berkeley. Welcome, Ricardo, and thank you for joining Caspio's podcast. So to start us off, could you please introduce yourself and share with everyone a little bit about your background?
Oh, hi. Hi. Thank you, Paul, for having me here. My name is Ricardo Gonzalez, and I'm an applications programmer at UC Berkeley. I've been here this is my third year at Berkeley. Before that, I've been a software engineer for different companies, including IBM and other big companies as well. So I've been in the tech industry for a while, doing all kinds of different types of jobs, everything from programming, graphic design to all over the place. So I'm a multi-user guy. And one of the reasons I went back to Berkeley is because I actually a Cal grad myself. So they tapped me. I was like, yes, I want to go back. So that's one of the reasons.
I was actually having a quick look, Ricardo, just to have a look at UC Berkeley and kind of its story. And I was staggered to know that it's like pretty close to 160 years old, 110 Nobel laureates, and luminaries that have headed up Apple and Intel and eBay, and obviously very senior political figures as well. So it's certainly one of the, like I say, it's one of the most world famous universities, and we're obviously delighted to have you as a customer here as well.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, Ricardo, you've been a customer of Caspio for just over 2 years now. Can you remember what the key challenges were that you're looking to solve?
Yeah. When I started working at Berkeley, I was put in charge of creating a database for our School of Education. And I wanted to find a solution that, in case I wasn't here in several years, that somebody would be able to manage and get away from proprietary code, that I would be the all key guy. Yeah. So I wanted to make sure that I picked a solution that if, whoever was in charge 10 years from now or, whenever, that they would be able to easily make changes and upkeep the system. I didn't want it to die. So that's one of the main reasons I was looking for a low code system, and Caspio seemed to fit all the needs that I was looking for at the time.
Oh, great to hear. So can you remember what was one of the standout reasons why you chose Caspio? Was there something specifically you thought actually Caspio would be a really good fit for me as a user, but also as well for the problem I'm looking to solve?
Yeah. The main reason I was really attracted to Caspio was because of the fact that it was promising low code for creating apps. And I was like, okay, if this is, I don't have a big team, I don't have a big budget. So let me try to see what is the best way, where can I get the most bang for a buck? And in terms of being able to create an app that would require traditionally a big team, in-house team. So I was really looking for a company or a solution that would help us save some money. And Caspio just seemed to be a good candidate from what I saw online. So I wanted to give him a shot.
Oh, great to hear. So for everyone that's listening, can you share with everyone a little bit about your Caspio powered application? What does it do and who are the end users?
Yeah, I've actually had a really good experience with the Caspio system. At first, I started creating some small apps that for some of our departments, they were generating certificates and some other things that required a lot of manual work. And I was like, there's got to be a way to create this PDFs instead of manually to automate them. So I created on my own, using the Caspio system, I created a way to automatically generate these certificates. And I made a small little interface, a little small web app for the users, some of the fellow staff that have no programming knowledge, but they know how to, use Excel per se. So I created a nice little Excel type app within Caspio where they just typed in a form, they typed in the requirements and they would automatically generate the certificates. So that was the first one. Then after that, the main reason we got Caspio was to build a database, and I wanted to create a web application where regional academies that work with us throughout the state would be able to log in and look at their data without having to, see everybody else's data. And so our web app basically does that. It's got two main features. One is the RAs can log in and see the data that who attended their classes per se, and then the other one is for us as management to be able to see what are reports on all the offerings that these RAs have, and run reports. So it's a very nice little web app.
Yeah, it's I've seen it. It looks good. So I was going to ask around. Obviously, being a customer now for just over 2 years, how has the application changed from the initial concept to where we are today?
The initial concept was we're just going to have a database, and it was working great. We're storing our stuff, and I was manually running reports. And then I thought, maybe we should have a nice little interface so that I don't have to be doing these reports manually every time that they're needed. So we started with the concept of creating a web app, and the Caspio team has been great in aiding in creating this web application. Like I said, we don't have a big team of developers, but the developers within Caspio, I've been working with them, and together we have created a nice little web application that it's being used by the university and by entities outside of the university.
Yeah, you mentioned the Caspio team now. I know that you've been working closely with our professional services team as well. How has that experience been?
It's been great. From our planning meetings to our development meetings, testing, they've been excellent. The Caspio team has been very professional, and I've been very impressed with the quality of work that we have produced together. I can't say anything but great things. They've been very accommodating.
Yeah, no, thanks for sharing that. And I know, like I say, you've been working very closely with our professional services team. And a lot of customers come to us because, like you're saying, is that they don't have large development teams. And also as well is that you working with Caspio, if they do need some support from our internal experts as well, that helps the internal developers within the customer focus on other things as well. So it's kind of a win-win then. A lot of our customers do use our professional services team, or indeed our channel partners as well, to support them in the build of some very complex apps, which is great. So in terms of feedback, I know you mentioned kind of these two end users there, internally and externally. How do you obtain the feedback from those two different groups to make improvements to the app?
Well, we do case studies with our internal users and external users, and their feedback is very valuable to us. So
yeah.
I want to make sure that we are providing the necessary reports that they need to generate. And actually, one of the things that our web app has actually helped within our system is that traditionally we would make quarterly reports that me and the team that I work with, the database team, we would have to manually create those reports. And now the web app has totally replaced that, where the reports are automatically generated, and the RAs can, our customers, our RAs can go in there and check their reports anytime they want, and they could actually do more diving into their own data, and create unique reports that maybe weren't available to them before, using their own data. So what happens is they send us the data,
yeah.
We update it to their database, and then that during using the web portal, the web app that we created, they go in there and generate the reports that they need to submit to the state and federal agencies. So it's a very powerful, and since then, I'm proud to say that now, as of this quarter, we are not generating any physical reports anymore. Now they're just being generated by the system.
Yeah. So from what you're saying there, Ricardo, it sounds like it's definitely helping in terms of efficiency for different areas that you're working with within the university.
Yes, it definitely is. As far as like for the university, we're using the web app to generate reports that that help us better serve our clients, which in this case would be the RAs, which are leaders, principals, throughout the state. The superintendents. Those are the people that attend our offerings, and it's good to know who they are, the trends, what those leadership topics are, and how our RAs are serving those leaders. So we have it all in a dashboard. It's really nice.
Yeah. And as I say, being a 2-year customer is definitely a journey with UC Berkeley and with Caspio as well. Is there any type of aha moments as you're going through the development of the application where you thought this is just the perfect fit? Because we get a lot of customers where they're unsure about low code, but they have that problem that they're looking to eradicate. And then things just click as they go through the onboarding right through to kind of like the first few months of working with Caspio. Was there any kind of significant part of the 2-year journey where you thought this is an aha moment for me?
Yeah, well, like I mentioned a little bit ago, the an aha moment was like, oh, we could replace all this manual work,
yeah,
and speed things up by having things automated. And thanks to the web app that we created here in the Caspio system, it's just been a total game changer for us. So we're super happy with it.
No, thank you for that, Ricardo. So if anybody's listening to this podcast and they're thinking about low code or Caspio, what advice would you give them?
I say go for it, because it'll help your organization not have to have a super big team, using the resources within Caspio. It's it's very cost effective for a large organization. So if you have any doubts, I think definitely take a look at some of the sample templates that they offer. Those are some things that also were very attractive to me, because they had you guys have some pre-made templates that can help a lot of different organizations. So I think that's great. And there's not one solution that that everybody uses. So everybody's unique, and what works for us may not work for you, but there's definitely a lot of stuff in the Caspio world that I'm sure will have a fit with any type of organization. So,
well, Ricardo, thank you so much for being a customer, and I know that you're an advocate and you refer Caspio within the university as well. So, thank you for that. Also, thank you for your time today. It's been a really interesting conversation for you sharing your low code and Caspio journey. I'm sure the listeners will find this really valuable. Thank you so much.
Thank you.